people, it's Dr. John here, and it's Monday memes time. The start of the week, start of a new week. You've got 5 days to go until Friday. So, feel into that space and be happy with that. Today's meme is a little cracker, as we say here in Australia. It doesn't have any words in it. It's a photo or an image, okay? And images and art evoke feelings and emotions, and that's why people buy art and go to art galleries and go into nature, okay, and connect with nature, whether it be in the ocean, in the forest, in mountains, wherever it might be, okay? So images evoke feelings and emotions within us. And when I saw this, I looked at it and felt into it for me because I'd seen it before, okay, but it came across my feeds this week or last week, and I thought, you know what, yes, that would be a candidate for a Monday meme, okay, and there it is. Can you see that? So it's a line of people in a field, and when they get into the end of the field, they're getting beamed up by a white beam of light. Okay, so maybe you've seen it before, maybe you haven't. I've seen it on a few things, and it evokes strong feelings within me. Okay, so that for me, when I look at that, I have my own interpretation of what that is, but what is yours? Okay, and so I'll keep that there so you can at least see it whilst I'm talking about it. For me, I remember when I was in year 12 many, many years ago, I know I only look 36, but I'm actually 55. I had a history teacher called Mr. Drummond, and he used to stand at the front of the class, and he always used to have a little bit of chalk in the side of his mouth, and if you were talking or being an idiot, he'd take it out and he'd throw it and hit you in the head. But he had this other little quirk that he used to do where he'd be at the board and he'd be writing something down or he'd be talking about something, and then he'd stop and then he'd turn side onto the class and go shuffle, 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 shuffle. I remember the first time he did it, and I'm like, what is this guy on about? And this went on for a few weeks, and then he told us what the shuffle shuffle was. And so he said that we all have a number, we all have a time of when we're going to pass, when we're going to die. Okay, we don't know what that is. And imagine that everyone's number, everyone before us, like in this image, and they're passing. Okay, they're leaving this mortal life behind. And in his action of saying shuffle, 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 it was bringing us into the present, that our life is finite and we all have a number, okay? And so it's a really, really deep meme today because it goes deep and hits hard about our own mortality, all right? I'll just put this down because you've seen it. And I know for myself, with my dad passing a few weeks ago, and we've got his requiem mass tomorrow, and I'm giving the eulogy tomorrow. We're not here forever, and you can grow up as a child and look at your dad or your mum and they're with you, okay, and then they pass, okay, and I've already had a brother who's passed, and he was killed over 30 odd years ago by a drunk driver. I know what it is to experience grief and loss and pain and sadness at a deep soul level, okay, but you make a choice to go on living, okay, it's a choice. And so what this image for me represents is that I have a certain amount of time left here on this planet, and that there is a jar of marbles, okay, and when you read my book, The Journey of 100 Hidden Hearts, you're going to find out about your hidden heart is and how important that jar of marbles is, because it's about your time that you have here on this earth. And what are you doing with that time? Who are you? Are you being authentically you? Are you living your best life? Do you even know what your best life is. And the only time that you're going to connect and understand what your best life is when you actually go in here, okay, and you embrace this, your heart. Because connection is everything. It's where it all starts, okay? It's really, really deep. It's really, really powerful, and it's really, really important. And so that image of that line of people, imagine that we're all in that line and we all have that number. Okay, you have a number. I have a number, whatever that might be. Okay, am I living my best life? Am I being true to myself? That's what that photograph represents for me. It might represent something completely different for yourself, and that's okay. But what it shows me is that at some point on my journey, because they're walking in a line, okay, it's a journey, life's journey. At some point, I'm not going to be here. And so how am I going to live my life? What do I want from my life? Am I showing myself love and compassion in the time that I have here? Am I leaving a legacy for future generations? And I've spoken about all of this before, but it's really, really important because we've come through COVID, okay, with millions of people dying around the world from this pandemic, okay? And we've got big waves here at the moment in Australia and no one's talking about it, okay? And a lot of people are still dying, being affected by it. This isn't a COVID post, it's a mortality post. It's about your life, and it's about you making choices to live your best life and to live rather than just survive, okay? And so what are you doing right here and right now? When was the last time you actually stepped back, closed your eyes, started to breathe, and take stock of where you truly are in your life right at this moment? Are you living your best life? And I know I bang on about it, and I talk about it a lot, because believe me, as I grab this again, you see the ring light there? You might think that you're here, but you might be right there at the front, like my brother Daniel, who was 20, okay, when he was killed by a drunk driver. And he would have thought and expected to have lived a longer life than 20. And he was lucky because he got to live for 20 years. A lot of people don't even get to that. And a lot of people are alive, but they're just surviving. They're not truly living. Okay? And you'll know it within yourself because you'll feel it here, even if you've put walls around it, even if you're scared, which comes out of your gut brain. Okay? But it takes courage from your gut brain to step forward and grasp your life by the hands and wring it out. But you need to make choices for you. You need to confront those hurts, those woundings, those traumas that are holding you back, that are stopping you moving forward and living into your best life, whatever that is for you. My best life isn't your best life, but you can live your best life, but you need to choose it. You need to step up. You need to embrace things like this book that helps you on your journey. I've spoken about Brene Brown's books, Joe Dispenza's stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there that helps you on your journey. Things come across your path for reasons. Signs, symbologies, synchronicities from source. Okay? So my message today in this Monday meme, even though it's about mortality, it's about life. It's about the fact that you're listening to this and watching this now, which means you're alive. But are you truly living or just surviving? I want you to truly live. And that comes about when you connect in with your heart space. It's critical. Read the book, do my programs, listen to me, okay? Or listen to others that are doing this work as well. Find the courage to step up and take control of your life because you're worthy of nothing less. Okay? So irrespective of where you are in that line, live your best life. Experience joy and happiness and love and compassion for yourself and everyone in your world. I want that for you. So from my heart to yours, stay safe, be happy, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye, folks.